first-time caller out of New York City, Juan. Juan, good morning, sir. Welcome to the show.
Good morning. I want to say hi, Mr. Jesse. I'm a fan. I just became a fan of your show. I'm originally from Baltimore, Maryland, and it's real rough there. And I got some questions for you. I just wanted to let you know who I was.
How did you hear about us?
I heard about your show because I used to be an atheist, and I was subscribed to this atheist channel, and I watched a video of her where you debated her, and I thought it was pretty good. So, and then I started watching your YouTube channel.
Well, welcome home, Juan.
Thank you.
Go ahead.
I want to say you are right about a lot of things. And I want to say, coming from Baltimore, it's real rough. There's a lot going on out there, and to bring up like the type of topics and stuff that you bring up, people would try to shoot you, And I used to try to talk to friends and family about certain stuff that we was doing and acting, like you said, not having morals.
Yeah.
And things like that.
Yeah.
And I kind of got pushed away by everybody.
Yeah. I
mean, everyone. And I used to be like them. I used to be in a gang and all kinds of crazy stuff. But I don't know really what changed me, but it happened. I do have some questions for you.
Well, one thing before you ask that question, I want you to know that whenever you overcome evil and return back to good, then evil going to hate you, and it cannot stand to be around good because they're all evil people are always feeling conflicted when they're around people who are decent and good. And so that's why they push you away, because they couldn't handle this light, this goodness that they see or saw inside of you.
Yeah, I think I'm starting to realize that what I was trying to do was try to convince myself that evil and good actually exist. I think I'm still, I'm starting to become more of a believer.
Yes.
And as far as God and everything like that.
Yes.
But you know how hard it's hard to when everybody your family, nobody believes, So
I understand.
It's hard to,
It's hard at first, but as you grow with the Father that's inside of you, it's going to be easy to let them go because you're going to understand it, and you're going to have so much peace, perfect peace, that you won't need them. You don't need their love. You don't need to hang out with them. It'll come naturally. You don't have to make anything happen. You just stay on this track of returning to good.
Yes, I will. And ever since I started being a good person and loving everybody, I've actually been doing good. I have my own place. I have a car.
Yes, sir.
I have custody. I have one son. I have custody of him. Everything has been going right. But for some reason, people still don't believe anything I say. I don't.
That's fine.
They don't.
Don't try to convince them either. You just live it. Don't try to convince anyone of anything. You just become what you're becoming, and all is well. And you're right. Once you return to good, everything starts to open up for you. God starts to add unto you, bringing your life back. So I totally understand what you're saying. You're on the right track.
And I want to say something so the listeners can hear. As far as you said racism doesn't exist and all that stuff. The reason why I want everybody to know that Mr. Jesse is on to something, because I'm from Baltimore, Maryland. It's kind of still segregated. I've done very bad things to other races because I thought they were racist, and because what I was taught when I was young, I was taught about all this racism, and I've seen all the slavery movies and all this crazy stuff. But when I started growing up, I started treating everybody and treating it like it's not racism. I started to actually see what's going on.
Yes, sir.
I wasn't even supposed to make it to 21. I've been in so many life or death situations, like you wouldn't believe. So it's like I wasn't even supposed to survive. Like it's a lot going on out here, and I don't think racism is what's stopping us as black people anymore.
That's right, man. Wow. How old are you now?
I'm 27.
you're blessed. God is with you, because had God not been with you, you wouldn't have made it through all that. And you're absolutely right. It's not about this false illusion of racism. It's about right versus wrong, good versus evil. It's your character. You either have it or you don't. It has nothing to do with your color at all.
Yes, all we need is love. Everybody is so angry.
Yes.
Everybody.
Yep.
Extremely angry. I don't even see how they're getting into argument. I listen to your conversations, and people are already yelling, and I don't understand how they expect to get their points across, or for people to even listen to them with the way they yell and they call you names. And I don't even see where that's actually necessary if we all are adults and we are actually trying to come to a solution,
That's
to
right.
the problems. How are we going to get to a solution when we fighting each other? I don't understand that at all.
Well, when they're angry like that, Juan, they are blind and can't see, and they have the mind of their father, the devil, and the devil is trying to prevent them from allowing any. And they're not even aware that this is what's happening, but he's trying to prevent them from allowing any truth to get out at all, because the devil knows that if truth got out, it's going to change some hearts and minds. It's not going to change everybody, but it's going to change those who want to change. And he doesn't want that to happen, so he make these people yell and scream, act out. He keep control of them, and he tries to prevent truth from getting out. So that's why they're doing it. They literally, remember when you had the anger living in Baltimore, you thought white people were your problem, you couldn't really see. And at the time, no one could convince you that you were wrong. You weren't able to make that change until you were ready to see the truth, and that's why you're starting to wake up. And so they can't see it until they're ready for it.
Yes, want people to people should understand. At a young age, when I was about 13, I ran up to a Mexican guy, and I punched him right in his face.
Wow.
And I told him, "Give me everything you got." I told him, "Hello, you can hear me?"
Hold on, Juan. Let me take a break. Do not hang up. Hold on. Back in a moment. I want to go back to Juan, a first-time call out of New York, who is talking about he lived in Baltimore. He had all this anger. He thought racism existed and all this stuff. He realized now it doesn't. He's having a good life. And Juan, thank you for holding. You wanted to ask me, finish the story. You say you walked up to a Mexican, punched him in the face, and what happened?
Yes. When I was young, about 13, me and my friends, we used to go to this park in Baltimore called Peterson Park, and it's a park. It separates the Mexicans and the mixed people are on one side, blacks are on one side, and the white people are on one side. It's actually like four sides.
Right.
And we used to go there just to rob them for like bikes and their money and stuff like that. And, I really wasn't into it, but my friends were, so I went with them. But one day, they were like, you're not doing it, da-da-da-da-da, and all that stuff. So I went about it and showed them that I was about it. But this is what happened. I ran up to a dude. He looked older. He looked probably in his 30s. He's Mexican. He had weight on him. What I did, I ran up to him, and I just punched him in his face, and I said, "Give me everything you got." And he looked me square in my eyes, and he bawled like a baby. Like, he just started crying. And he couldn't even speak English. He started trying to talk to me, and I just felt so bad. Like, I felt horrible. I just didn't understand why I was doing anything at all. Like, I felt empty, really empty. After that, I just decided to, not do stuff like that anymore. I realized that it wasn't what I thought it was. Everybody was teaching me that all the other races was against me, and that's just not what it is.
And when they were teaching you this, you believed into it?
I believed it deeply. This was something that we did every day, over little stuff. Like, we would jump people over cigarettes.
Wow.
We did a lot of bad things in the name of being black, and I don't know if you've been to Baltimore since the riots.
I have not. Yeah.
It's bad. right now it's bad. I went down there. I recently visited down there, and just walking in the market, the dudes who didn't recognize me because I ain't been down there in a while, they followed me around. You can tell they selling the drugs in there. They following me around the market. Black, everybody black. All these my people. I even knew some of these people for years.
Wow.
Black, other brothers following me around the market. You know, making me feel some type of way. I'm trying to take my moms to get something to eat. I gotta watch my back. I gotta feel like I got. And another thing in Baltimore, everybody feel like they need a gun. Anytime I picked up one or tried to pick up one or try to do anything in that realm, that's when my life was in danger. When I finally was like, oh, you know what? I don't need that. I told myself, don't grab a gun. You don't need a gun.
That's right.
And
that's right.
Everything was just smoother. Everything got smoother. It just slowly, you know, and I just started getting out of, you know, stupid, petty trouble.
Yeah.
People, they don't know how to talk. They automatically start yelling and screaming.
Yeah.
I've watched people throw boiling hot water on each other and destroy each other forever.
Amazing.
Girls, young girls. I've seen young girls cut each other in street fights, like destroy each other's lives forever.
These are black girls?
Yes. It's all black on black. All black on black.
So when you first start hearing that white people hated you and this race stuff, do you remember who you heard it from?
Yes. Unfortunately, the first person I heard it from was my mother. My mother still deeply believes it. You know, I tell my mother know how I feel.
Yes.
And, you know, yeah, she still believes it. Most of my family is deep in it, you know, the Black Lives and all that type of stuff.
And you started hearing this as a kid then?
Yes.
Amazing.
It's like it's embedded in you in Baltimore. You know, it's embedded. And you know, like when Obama got elected, everybody had the Obama shirts with Martin Luther King on it with him.
Yes.
And they photoshopped it together, and we were so happy. And you know, I was the only one like really asking, was he black? I didn't believe that Obama was black. But I mean, that's just me.
Yeah. Well, man,
but
you are blessed to be getting out of that mindset, and now you are starting to have a good life.
Yes.
So, what do your mother think about the change in you? What does she think?
My mother, she's proud of me. She's happy for me. You know, she always telling me how happy she is. She's proud of me.
Have you tried to get her to see that it's not about color, it's about character?
I've tried. I've actually I invited her out here to, you know, live with me in New York. I had this whole plan where I was going to try to move her out here. I was going to, you know, set her up, and I was going to try to move all my brothers and sisters, and I was going to try to, you know, get to all of them. But it's just people don't. I guess they don't trust. They don't really believe.
Yeah.
So, you know, they don't want to let go of I guess their comfort. So I guess they're comfortable with it now.
Yeah, I want to encourage you not to do that because they're still on the side of evil and they'll come into your home and destroy you. They won't be able to help themselves, but they will destroy you because you guys are serving two different gods now. And they're still your blood family, but your spiritual family is most important now. So I would not do that. If they're not making that change and they want to come to move away from evil toward good, do not have them in your home. They will destroy you because you guys don't see things the same way anymore. I
actually read that somewhere, but I didn't want to believe it.
And why didn't you want to believe it?
You know, well, I'm skeptical about everything. You know, yeah. I'm skeptical about everything. I'm still, you know, I'm still trying to find myself and, you know, find God.
Yeah, you have already found him. He's already with you. If he was not with you, you would not be able to see and have the freedom that you have. He's already with you. You're already there. You're already back home. And now you just got to start growing like a brand new baby. You're growing. So you've already found God. I know that you have some questions you want to ask me. Are you able to hold on so I can allow you a chance to ask me those questions?
Yes.
All right, hold on. Man, amazing stuff. A life and death, good versus evil. Back in a moment. I want to go quickly back. It's Manhood Hour. I want to go back to Juan. Juan, are you still there, buddy?
Yes.
So let me just tell you this, and then I want you to get to your questions. I advise you not, you do what you want, of course, but I advise you not to invite your families to live with you because you guys are serving two different gods. You see things from the light, they see it from the darkness. And then talking to you, you remind me of what it was like when I was growing up. When I was growing up, I went through hell. I did a whole lot of things that I wouldn't ordinarily do had I not been living that way. But yet, God was with me, and I kind of knew He was with me, but I didn't know. I wasn't thinking that way per se. And He was with me and allowed me to go through all that for a reason, just as He has allowed you to go through it. And what I've noticed is that in most families, if not all, most families, there seems to be at least one or two of the children that God set aside. And He allowed you to go through certain things, but He's with you. So there's like one or two in that family that He just kind of keep His eye on. He set them aside. And the rest of the family, He doesn't. They don't get it. And so when you survive that mess, you should move on and not try to force your family member to follow you because they are not on your side. And they won't be able to help themselves, but they will destroy you. You won't be able to handle that spirit. It will destroy you. Does that make sense?
Yes.
All right.
Yes. I told you I read something like that. I just was trying not to, it was hard. I was trying not to tell myself not to believe it.
Yeah. No, you believe.
Yeah,
stay with the truth.
I will.
So you wanted to ask me a couple of questions. Go ahead.
Yes. As far as the Bible, the King James Bible, is that 100% accurate? Because it's some stuff in there. I read some stories, and it kind of makes God seem kind of cruel, a little cruel in certain areas. I don't know if I got some of the stories 100% right.
Are you able to think of one thing that made God seem cruel?
Well,
that you read?
It was a story about. It says, didn't it say something about we should kill homosexuals?
We should kill homosexuals.
It said something about if a man is trying to be a woman, he should be killed. It's something like that. I don't remember
if a man sleep with a man.
Yes.
You shouldn't kill them. God sees things differently than the way we see things as human beings because, prior to waking up, we were in a fallen state. And in those days, and I believe you're talking about what's that? Leviticus, whatever you call it. Yeah. During those days, sin was rampant upon the earth because the people didn't have a way to return back to God. And so sin just went out of control. Homosexuality came about like that as well. And so in those days, they were stoning and doing that kind of stuff. But now that Christ has come and gave us a way to return back to God, back to love, we should pray for them rather than stoning them. We should not accept it as right or good, but don't hate them for it. And when you don't hate them for it, you pray for them. And that way, those who are stuck in that lifestyle, who are seeking God, will find their way out. And those who won't, they will suffer and die. But just don't hate them now, because we have love. They didn't have that back in those days.
Okay, It sounds so. Like as far as like the words in the Bible, do I take them literal?
No. When you read the Bible, when you read the Bible, you just open it up, read a few things, close it down, and go your way. Um, don't 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 interpret what it's saying. And even you know how when you're reading the Bible, you hear a voice in your head interpreting everything that you're reading.
Yes.
Don't believe that. That is from the devil. He is playing. He's pretending to be God. And so when you read the Bible, just put it away, and then the Holy Spirit will reveal to you what you read, and in that you will have life from it. But do not believe anything that is being interpreted in your imagination about what you're reading.
Okay.
That make sense?
I guess so. Let me ask you this.
Yes.
In the very first page of Genesis, it says the beginning about how the earth was created.
Right.
And about 3 or 4, maybe 4 times, it said something about a firmament. And I just, I watch YouTube videos, and it's a lot of people saying that, the earth is flat and there's a dome of us. And, NASA says the earth is round, So I used to be a fan of NASA. I looked into that, and I kind of see how a lot of the stuff that NASA is putting out there is like CGI and it's fake. And I just wanted to know, as far as that part about how the world is and how it's created, is it actually flat? Is there a dome over us?
No. Here's what I want you to do. You're like a brand new baby just been born. And so right now, you're observing things. Eventually, you're going to start crawling. Eventually, you're going to walk. And then you're going to run. But what I want you to do right now is just live. I want you to continue to seek the Father and get up every day and then just live your life. And all things, everything that you're wondering about will be made clear to you. I don't want you to get caught up with all that right now because it'll throw you off track. That's just a temptation from the devil. So it's good to wonder, but I want you to just live. It's time for you to just live, and you would see, as you already see, that the Father's with you, and He will reveal all things to you.
Okay.
And Isaiah, I believe it's like 40:22, it says that the earth is round, so it's not flat.
But I mean, is it like round as in like a pizza is round?
Like a ball. Hold on, buddy. Hold on. All right, folks, I'm going to take one more time here, then I get to the rest of the callers. Back in a moment. Leviticus. I got a text from a friend. They're like, what kind of preacher can't say Leviticus? It's not even important, really. So one, I was just told, my producer told me that there is this thing going on about the earth is flat. So there must be some flat earthers out there. But I want you not to be distracted by that. You need to just start living right now, and all things will be revealed to you.
Okay.
It doesn't matter if the earth is flat or round, as long as you're living your life. It's not even important. All right?
You're 100% correct. Yes. You helped me out a lot.
Oh, I'm glad, man. I want you to call me anytime you want to, all right?
I will.
So let me ask 2 quick things. So did you have your father while growing up?
Actually, coincidentally, no, I didn't. And he was actually, it's a long.
Your phone making some type of beeping noise or something. So make sure you're on your hand phone and talking right into it.
Okay. You can hear it clear?
Yeah. Well, it's still getting a little beep, but go ahead real fast.
All right. I don't know my father. He's been locked up my whole life, but I guess he recently just got out. I actually just got a message on Facebook a couple of days ago from a guy who says that he's my father and he wants to meet up with me.
Amazing. Are you going to meet up with him?
I'm not so sure. You know, I tried calling him, and you know, he asked me to call him, and I called, but he didn't answer. Then you know, he called me, and I answered, and I'm saying hello, and he wouldn't say anything. So I don't know if he's nervous or not sure.
Yeah, but don't worry about it now. It'll work itself out, all right? So don't try to force it.
I won't.
Yeah. Are you doing my quiet prayer? Are you doing the prayer thing? The silent prayer?
What do you mean?
I have a silent prayer that I made, and if you go to rebuildingtheman.com /church, you can download it, and I want you to start doing that, all right?
I will.
It's a silent prayer.
I will.
All right. Juan, it's been a joy talking to you, man.
Yes, same here. Same here.
And I want you to stay on course and just take one day at a time. Don't worry about if the earth is flat or round. You just live your life, and God will reveal all things to you.
Yes, I will. Could you give me the website, the Rebuild?
Rebuildingtheman.com
Okay.
/church.
All right.
All right?
Yeah.
Rebuildingtheman.com /church. And download the silent prayer. I want you to start doing it. And if you have any questions, call me about it.
I will.
All right, Juan, let me hear from you again, all right?
I will. Thanks a lot, Mr. Jesse.
All right, buddy. God bless you. Amazing. I just have to say amazing.